Hello everyone. Today is 2nd of July. So actually I had started posting my videos from 1st of June, but my target was to eventually record the 2 month of vacation in which I was practicing actually the DSA and the development. But from last 4 to 5 days, as I was not feeling well, so I had not recorded any videos and posted it. But at the back end, actually I was working on my Razorpay project. If you are following me from my previous videos, you might have known that I have been working on my Razorpay clone project. So in this video I am going to show you the actually what I have implemented till now. So moving on to the project. Okay, so first let's have a recap. If you're following from my previous videos, you might have known that I have actually completed the merchant APIs. The APIs related to merchant in my previous videos. So today I'm going to show you the order and payment related stuff. Okay, so let's have a recap. As you have know that I have been following the top to down approach. So in it now I have actually completed the merchant related stuff, in which the API key controller, which has methods such as list down the merchants and then revoke API or rotate the API key. These were the methods and these were the functions. For example, this create list by merchant, revoke API and rotate API. So as per that, we have written down these services and then the repositories. Okay, so the merchant was done. So now we will proceed with the payment. As you have know that I have done the domain separated. I have been implementing the with the help of the practice domain separated, which will help us to build the microservices of it easily. So what I have done, I have actually clubbed the orders and payments under the domain payment. So as you are able to see, this is the payment package. In this payment package I have two controllers, that is the order controller and payment controller. So first we will speak about the order. So in the order we have methods such as create order, get by id, to get an order by its id, then to cancel an order, and then list the payment, a list of payments for that order. Okay, so that we have implemented. Give me a second. So as you are able to see, I have tried to keep the folder structure as per the industry standard. For example, the config folder, then the controller folder, which actually helps the code to be read, helps the code, means it actually makes the code readable. Then moving on, in the as I have told in the controller part, but I will show you directly the service. Okay, so in this service I have actually implemented, okay, over here. So this is the create order function, in which actually we are creating an order. Okay, uh, if we have the receipt of that order already, then we will throw an exception, but in other case we will actually create the order. Okay, so I have done, and okay, I will speak about it in a few 2 to 3 minutes. First we will finish this. So this was the create function, then the get by id function to get an order. Then we have also the cancel order if you want to cancel the order. Okay, then list of payments to list down the payments which are associated for that particular order and for that particular merchant. Okay, so the other merchant should not be able to see the orders for orders miss alternately. Okay, so this was the order implementation. Then I had also added the auditing part over here. Let me show you in the config. Okay, actually config payment. Give me a second, please. Adapter. So first we will speak about the mapping. For that mapping purpose, in Spring Boot we have two options. The first was with the help of model mapper, but as I had heard from from the YouTube that the model mapper method is currently not being used. Actually, the MapStruct is now being implemented. So I will show you that. In the mapper we have the order mapper. So the order mapper, this is the means here I have implemented the MapStruct. Okay, so first we need to add the dependencies. Then this is the way to create it, that we want to response order, means we will pass the order record and it should be converted, it should be mapped to the order response. So this is its means these are some rules to write it. So similarly I have created the payment mapper as well to map it. Then moving on, actually mapper, we are speaking about the auditing part. Auditing, with the auditing part, give me a minute please. Okay, the auditing part is over here. So what I have done, as we all know that auditing is helpful to means we could find out that who has done this changes in the database, who has created or updated this value. So it is helpful for that purpose, and we have actually implemented the created it and updated it till now, as I have not added the means authentication till now. So I have implemented it till this much only. I will further update it. So what I have done, I have created means created a base entity and added the two fields which we want, and we have actually created the auditing, and this auditing is actually give me a minute over here. No, in the service implementation. Okay, as you are able to see, okay, wait. In the service. Okay, over here we have array, give me a second please. Actually the auditing is added, but the auditing, okay, so the auditing is actually added to the entity. I forgot, I was a little bit confused. The auditing is added to the entities. Over here they we have the entities. So see, it extends the base entity and then it has the fields created at and updated at. Okay, so this is the auditing. Then moving on to the payment part, what I have done till now, actually I have created the gateway payment gateway as well as the payment processor. Means I have just created a boilerplate code type something. Let me show you. Let's give you a minute. Okay, so first we need to understand the strategy design pattern behind the payment. Okay, so what we have done, first we will understand through the diagram and then move on to the code. Okay, so there is a payment service implementation which has a method initiate. Okay, so what we will do, we will side by side look at each other correspondingly. Give me a minute. Respectively, sorry. Behind the order service payment service implementation. Okay, the payment service implementation has an method initiate payment. Okay, so what we are doing, first we check if this order exists, okay, in the repository, and the order status. Then we check the order status for it. If the order status is paid, then we don't look into it. But if it is created or attempted, actually the created and attempted, then we actually move look into it. So what we have done, we have set the order status and attempts. Then we have created the payment for that particular order. Okay, So actually what we have done, strategy design pattern is mode, strategy design pattern, strategy design pattern, we move on to the router. Okay, so over here the router is actually the bridge between the adapter and the strategy. Okay, so if we move to the, okay, so this is the gateway folder. In gateway folder we have the adapters for respective payment method. For example, if the method is card payment, then it we will actually route it to the card payment adapter. We can use if else over here, if else or switch case, but uh, actually if in future we want to add another payment method, for example wallet, then we need to change the if else statement, due to which the other code may get affected. So there is an open close case. Open close case means that it should be open for extension but closed for modification. So we need to consider that and work on it. So what I have done, I have created the adapter for respective payment methods, and I have also this is the route which will route it to the other this. So give me a payment adapter over created, and payment adapter, the payment adapter will have, and this, then this is the actually, okay, this route. Okay, so what will here, as in the diagram we are able to see that the route will actually route that, and then we have a payment adapter and there are number of payment methods. Okay, I will show you. Alternate to if case, but give me a minute please. The payment adapter has the map. In the request we have the method, so we are getting the method and the method is then passed on, but I am actually not able to configure where I have wrote okay, over here I actually confused. um, so what I have done, I have created a configuration class, and in which we have a bean. We have mapped the payment method to their adapter. In case when the payment method is card, then the card payment adapter will be called. So this is the alternative for if else. Okay, so now we will actually okay, compare this code. So what we have done, we have created the map for the payment adapter, and what we are doing, we are getting the payment method. Okay, the adapter is null, then we are throwing this error uh, exception. Then we have the initiate payment method, so in it we are passing it, so it maps and then calls that particular adapter. So same is done with the processor as well. What we have done, if we move to the processor has this DTO, that's not okay, the strategy. So we have different for different payment method we have different processors. So these are the processors for respective methods. So in this case also we have done the same. It will, from the payment gateway it will route, from the payment gateway it will route to the payment processor. Okay, so we will move on to the see what I have done. Router, payment gateway router, it has these methods, it will call it, but from here also we need to further move on to the payment processor router, and the payment processor router will route it to the payment means the fields. Actually we have implemented it same. See, now I will show you the payment processor config. So what we have done, we have done the same implementation to avoid the if else. What we are doing for the card payment method, we will call the card processor. Okay, so I will show you the payment processor router. So we have done the same. We have to the request, then extracted the method from it, and according to it then further called the adapters. So this was the implementation of payment which I have done till now. In the upcoming videos I will show you the code. Actually I am going to add the authentication, means using the JWT or OAuth. Actually I am a bit confused which one should I add. So I will show you that code in the further classes. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Actually we don't have a day, so stay tuned for the next videos. Thank you.